There are moments in life when you feel like everything has fallen apart. The people you trusted walked away. The plans you made didn't work out. You gave your best and it still wasn't enough. But let me tell you today, just because life knocked you down doesn't mean you're supposed to stay there. You may be in a season of rebuilding. Maybe you're picking up the pieces after a loss, a betrayal, or a disappointment. It may feel like you're alone in this, but you are stronger than you think. See, the enemy thought that setback would break you. He thought that heartbreak would silence you. But what he didn't know is that there's a warrior inside of you, a fighter that refuses to quit. Life will always bring challenges. That's just part of the journey. There will be seasons when things don't go the way you planned, when people walk away, when the doors you thought would open stay shut. It's easy to feel discouraged in those moments, to wonder if you'll ever rise again. But just because you're facing challenges doesn't mean you're defeated. Just because things are difficult right now doesn't mean you're not going to see victory. The challenges you face do not define you. How you respond to them does. So often when people go through struggles, they start to see themselves through the lens of their difficulties. They say, I'm broken, I'm not good enough, or I'll never recover from this. But you are not your pain. You are not your past. You are not what happened to you. The fact that you're still here, still standing, means there's more ahead for you. Challenges are not a reflection of your worth. They are simply an opportunity for growth, for strengthening, for stepping into the next level of your destiny. Think about a tree during a storm. The wind comes, the rain beats down, the branches bend under the pressure, but the tree remains rooted. It may lose a few leaves, it may sway for a moment, but it doesn't break because its roots are deep. That's how you are. The storms of life may shake you, but they can't uproot the purpose inside of you. You are stronger than the difficulties you face. You may have had disappointments, but you are not a disappointment. You may have failed at something, but you are not a failure. Every challenge is temporary, but the strength and wisdom you gain from it will last a lifetime. Sometimes the greatest victories come out of the hardest battles. It's in the struggle that you develop endurance. It's in the difficulty that you discover just how strong you really are. You don't truly know your resilience until you've had to push through something that tried to break you. What the enemy meant for harm, God can turn for your good. The very thing that was sent to destroy you will be the thing that strengthens you. You may be facing something right now that feels overwhelming. You may feel like the weight of your circumstances is too much to bear. But let me remind you, this is not the end of your story. What you're going through is not permanent. Just because you've had setbacks doesn't mean you're not moving forward. Just because you've cried doesn't mean joy isn't coming. Every challenge is an opportunity to grow, to build faith, to step into something greater. The key is to not let the difficulty define who you are. People will try to label you by your challenges. They'll say, she's the one who got divorced, or she's the one who lost her job, or she's the one who went through that struggle. But their labels don't determine your destiny. You are not what people say about you. You are what God says about you. You are strong. You are victorious. You are more than a conqueror. When life tries to tell you that you are defeated, remind yourself of who you really are. You have come through too much to let this challenge stop you now. The truth is, the things that try to break you are often the things that build you. The hard seasons are what prepare you for the greater things ahead. If you never faced a challenge, you wouldn't know your own strength. If you never walked through the fire, you wouldn't see that you can come out without being burned. Every time you push through, every time you refuse to give up, you are proving that you are stronger than anything that comes against you. You may not see it right now, but one day you'll look back and realize that the challenges didn't defeat you. They shaped you. They made you wiser. They made you more compassionate. They built your faith. They taught you to stand even when it would have been easier to give up. You are not defined by what you've been through. You are defined by how you rise from it. Keep pressing forward because your story is far from over. There are moments in life when you have no choice but to rebuild alone. The people you thought would stand by you are nowhere to be found. The support you expected isn't there. The ones who promised to stay walked away. It's in these moments that you discover what you're truly made of. Rebuilding alone isn't a sign of weakness. It's a display of strength. It takes courage to stand in the middle of broken pieces and decide that you're going to start over. It takes determination to wipe your own tears. Push past the pain and take steps toward a new beginning. Many people depend on external validation to move forward. They wait for encouragement, for someone to tell them they can do it. But true strength is found in the moments when no one is cheering you on, and yet you keep going. Strength is getting up when you feel like giving up. Strength is taking another step, even when your heart is heavy. Strength is refusing to let your past dictate your future. When you decide to rebuild your life alone, you are proving to yourself and to the world that you are not defined by what you lost, but by what you refuse to let go of, your faith, your hope, and your determination. It's easy to feel sorry for yourself when you have to start over. It's tempting to look around and wonder why others seem to have an easier path. But the truth is, some of the strongest, most successful people in the world have had to rebuild from nothing. They didn't wait for someone to rescue them. They didn't let loneliness stop them. They made a decision that they were going to rise no matter what. It's the mindset of a champion. That's the mindset of a warrior. You may not have chosen to rebuild alone, but you can choose how you handle it. You can choose to see it as an opportunity rather than a setback. When you rebuild alone, you learn things about yourself that you never knew before. You learn how capable you are. You realize that you don't need people's approval to move forward. You see that your strength doesn't come from those around you, it comes from within. Every time you make progress, every time you refuse to quit, you are proving to yourself that you are stronger than the situation that tried to break you. Life may have taken some things from you, but it didn't take your will to fight. It didn't take your ability to stand up and start again. The people who walked away were never meant to be part of your rebuilding process. Sometimes their absence is a blessing. Not everyone is supposed to go with you into your next season. Some people were only meant to be there for a chapter, not the whole book. When they leave, it's not a sign that you're alone. It's a sign that you're being positioned for something greater. Rebuilding alone teaches you to depend on the only source that never fails: your inner strength, your faith, and your resilience. It may not feel fair. It may not make sense. But one day you'll look back and see that the season of rebuilding alone was actually the season that made you. It shapes you into a person who doesn't quit. It taught you to stand on your own 2 feet. It showed you that you are enough. People may leave, but your purpose remains. Circumstances may change, but your destiny is still intact. You don't need someone else to complete you. You don't need anyone's permission to rise. What you build in this season will be stronger than anything that came before because it will be built on a foundation of strength, wisdom, and unwavering faith. Life has a way of throwing unexpected challenges our way. Just when you think you're making progress, something comes along to knock you back down. A door closes, a relationship ends, an opportunity slips away. It's easy to feel discouraged in those moments, to think that everything you worked for is slipping through your fingers. But what if the setback isn't the end of the story? What if it's just the setup for something greater? Every person who has ever accomplished something significant has faced setbacks. The difference between those who rise and those who stay down is their perspective. Some people see obstacles as permanent roadblocks, but others see them as stepping stones. Just because things didn't go as planned doesn't mean the plan is over. Just because you took a detour doesn't mean you'll never reach your destination. Sometimes the delay is actually working in your favor. What looks like a failure today might be the very thing that prepares you for success tomorrow. It's easy to get frustrated when things don't work out. You put in the effort, you believed, you gave your best, and still the door didn't open. But what if that closed door was protecting you? What if that rejection was redirecting you? So often we think we know what's best for us, but there are things we can't see. The wrong opportunity at the wrong time can do more harm than good. The setback you're facing may be God's way of saying, not yet, I have something better. Some of the greatest comebacks in history came after painful losses. Athletes who were told they would never play again came back to win championships. Entrepreneurs who lost everything turned around and built even greater businesses. People who were counted out, overlooked, and underestimated used their setbacks as fuel for their comeback. They didn't let failure define them. They didn't let disappointment keep them stuck. They made a decision to rise again, to push forward, to keep believing. You may have faced a loss, but you are not lost. You may have been knocked down, but you are not knocked out. The story isn't over. The things that were meant to break you are actually building you. The pain, the struggle, the hardship, it's all strengthening you for what's ahead. If you had never faced challenges, you wouldn't know your own resilience. If you had never fallen, you wouldn't know how strong you are when you stand back up. The comeback is in motion even when you can't see it. Life may have dealt you challenges that seemed unfair. You may have been hurt, betrayed, overlooked, or pushed aside. People may have walked away when you needed them the most. Circumstances may have left you feeling like you were left to pick up the pieces alone. But no matter what has happened, no matter how painful the journey has been, you are not a victim. You are a victor. What tried to break you did not succeed because you are still standing. What tried to silence you only made your voice stronger. What was meant to destroy you only built resilience within you. It's easy to fall into a victim mindset when life doesn't go as planned. It's easy to focus on what went wrong, who hurt you, and what you lost. But staying in that place doesn't serve you. Staying in a place of blame and self-pity will only keep you stuck in the past. A victor doesn't dwell on the pain, they rise above it. A victor doesn't stay in bitterness, they move forward with strength. The truth is, you have a choice. You can let your hardships define you, or you can let them refine you. A victor looks at the pain and says, this will not break me. A victor stands up after the fall and declares, I am not finished. You have already come through things that would have defeated others. You have already survived moments you thought you wouldn't make it through. That alone is proof that you are stronger than you realize. The struggles did not take away your potential. The heartbreak did not cancel your purpose. The obstacles may have slowed you down, but they did not stop you. Being a victor doesn't mean you won't face hardships. It doesn't mean you won't have days when you feel like giving up. It means that despite everything, you keep pushing forward. It means that even when life knocks you down, you refuse to stay there. It means that you take the lessons from your pain and turn them into power. The most victorious people are not the ones who never struggled. They are the ones who refuse to be defined by their struggles. Victors don't let their circumstances determine their future. Just because life has been difficult doesn't mean it will always be that way. Just because people have hurt you doesn't mean you can't trust again. Just because you face setbacks doesn't mean you won't step into greater opportunities. When you shift your mindset from victim to victor, you take back control. You stop waiting for someone to rescue you and realize that you have the strength to rescue yourself. You stop depending on circumstances to change and start changing your response to them. You refuse to let life defeat you because you know that you were made for more. The most powerful thing you can do is refuse to be bitter. Refuse to let anger consume you. Refuse to let what happened keep you from moving forward. A victor knows that what was meant for harm can be turned for good. A victor knows that the past is a lesson, not a prison. A victor knows that every setback is just a setup for something greater. You are not a victim of your circumstances. You are a victor over them. You are not powerless. You are stronger than you know. What was meant to destroy you has only made you more unstoppable. The victory is already inside of you. It's time to rise up and claim it. There comes a time when holding on to the past no longer serves you. The mistakes, the regrets, the pain, carrying them only weighs you down. Life is constantly moving forward, yet so many people remain stuck, trapped by what was, instead of embracing what can be. Letting go of the past isn't about forgetting or pretending things never happened. It's about refusing to let what's behind you control what's ahead. You cannot step into the fullness of your future while still clinging to what is already gone. It's easy to replay old conversations, to think about what could have been, what should have happened differently, but the past cannot be rewritten. No amount of regret can change what's already been done. The only thing you have control over is what you do now. Holding on to pain only gives it more power. Dwelling on mistakes only keeps you from learning and growing. What happened may not have been fair. People may have wronged you. Opportunities may have slipped away. But staying stuck in yesterday will rob you of the blessings waiting for you tomorrow. Some people stay bound by past hurts, refusing to forgive, refusing to release the pain. But bitterness is a prison. It doesn't hurt the one who caused the pain. It only holds you hostage. Letting go is not about excusing what happened. It's about setting yourself free. It's about choosing peace over resentment. When you release the past, you make room for something greater. When you stop looking back, you can finally start moving forward. Many people struggle with letting go because they feel like they are losing something. But the truth is, you are not losing, you are gaining. You are gaining peace, clarity, and the freedom to walk into something new. What if the reason you haven't seen new opportunities is because you're still holding on to old disappointments? What if the doors that closed were never meant to stay open? Some things ended not because you failed, but because you outgrew them. Some people left not because you weren't enough, but because they were not meant to be part of your future. Every season has a purpose. Some chapters in life must come to a close so that new ones can begin. When you trust that what's ahead is greater than what's behind, letting go becomes easier. The pain of the past is not your identity. The failures, the struggles, the losses, they are only part of your journey, not the end of your story. You are meant to keep growing, keep evolving, keep stepping into greater things. The longer you hold on to yesterday, the more it steals from your today. The more you relive old wounds, the less energy you have to build something new. You deserve to move forward. You deserve joy, peace, and a fresh start. But the choice is yours. No one else can let go for you. No one else can take the steps into the future on your behalf. You have the power to release the past and embrace the future waiting for you. It's time to stop carrying old baggage. It's time to stop reliving old pain. It's time to lift your head, open your heart, and step boldly into what's next. The best is not behind you. The best is still to come. No matter what you've been through, no matter how many disappointments you've faced, your best days are still ahead. It's easy to look at your past and think that the greatest moments of your life have already happened. Maybe you had a season of success, love, or joy that you believe you'll never experience again. Maybe you've faced losses that made you feel like nothing good could come next. But the truth is, as long as you have breath in your lungs, your story is not over. There is more ahead for you, more joy, more victories, more opportunities, more breakthroughs. It's tempting to settle where you are, to think that what's behind you is better than what's ahead. But life is not meant to be lived looking in the rear-view mirror. What's coming is greater than what's been. The best moments in your life are not something to reminisce about. They are something to look forward to. Every day is a chance for a fresh start, a new chapter, a new blessing. But in order to step into the future, you have to stop holding on to the past. You have to stop believing that your best days are behind you and start expecting greater things ahead. You may have faced setbacks, disappointments, and seasons of uncertainty, but they are not the final chapters of your story. What's ahead is greater than what's behind. The dreams placed in your heart, the purpose you were created for, the victories waiting for you, they are still in motion. Don't let the past convince you that your best days are over. Keep believing, keep moving forward, and keep expecting good things. The road ahead is filled with new opportunities, new joy, and new blessings. Your best days are not behind you. They are still to come. Walk into them with faith, confidence, and expectation.